Alright, you guys, good afternoon. This is day 1 of Chapters in Our Lives. Take 2. Because I had recorded it this morning, but because Instagram wasn't working for me, it was like 5-6 hours later and it was not uploading. So I gave up and got frustrated and deleted everything and then reinstalled Instagram, and now I'm recording again, which is fine. You know, we're all in quarantine. That's my excuse. I'm in quarantine, so I have time. But anyways, I had talked about finding a wounded dove in our empty pond in the backyard. She had a wounded wing, and no matter what we've been trying to do, she refuses to accept help. I know, I get it. She's scared and everything. She's a wild bird, obviously. But you know, so I guess she's still afraid and scared that we're gonna harm her, and really we're just trying to help her. So what it had reminded me about was a passage in the Bible, but Jesus talks about how with every sparrow that falls, the Father knows. And it reminded me that even the same thing goes with us. God knows when we fall. God knows when we're hurt. God knows when we make bad mistakes, even though sometimes we're ashamed of it. And we try and hide it. God knows already, because He sees and knows everything. And just like the dove, sometimes when we are given help or help is extended to us, we're so focused on the problem, you know, the walls around us, that we are not able to look up and realize help is right there. And because sometimes being in situations that happens, you know, you're so guilt-ridden and you're ashamed and you're so frustrated and confused and panicky that's what you're focused on, and you don't realize that help is literally right in front of you. And with that, again, God is understanding. And I know people. I've had lots of people tell me, like, oh, if you have anxiety or you're freaking out or this and that, then you know you're a Christian, you're not supposed to do that. Oh, being a Christian does not exclude you from being human. I'm gonna say that straight up. Being a Christian does not exclude you from human. And to those who have had bad experiences with Christians, I do apologize. Because a lot of times there are Christians, even myself at times, we forget that we're also human. We do mess up. We do screw up. We do fall. We do hurt people that we love. We do hurt ourselves. It happens. It is life. But the difference with us is, 1, we know we have to admit it, and 2, we know who to run to. A lot of times, having the identity of a Christian, which I'll talk about in another video, it makes us feel sometimes that we're higher than the rest of y'all. That's not how it is. So I do want to say that. The beauty of it is God is always ready to help us fix our mistakes. And sometimes we get in situations where it is not our fault. It is, for example, if you had a rough upbringing, an abusive upbringing, or, you know, if you're adopted or a foster kid like myself, or anything like that, there were some situations that you were placed in, and it wasn't because of you. It was because of choices that were made by your birth parents or birth family or whatever. And then there are situations we get ourselves into that it is because of the choices we make. And there comes another question where, you know, why does God allow us to make these decisions? Well, if God forced us to follow everything He said, like forced us to, we would be like little robotic minions running around with no brains. To put it straight. That's not how God is. God gives us the freedom of choice. And the only way I can say why is because He loves us. He loves us. He loves us so much and to the point where he's willing to take the risk to let us make the choice. And he knows ahead of time whether we're going to make the good choice or the bad choice. And he has provisions in place. In his word, he says, if you confess your sins, he is faithful and will forgive. And, you know, it's just like being a parent. God, because God is not just God, he's a father. He's our father. And moms and dads, I'm pretty sure that you can relate that when your kids fall and, you know, hurt their knee or their elbow and got scrapes and bruises, you know, you run to them, kissing their hands, kissing their boo-boos, you know, wrapping them up in a hug, tell them it's okay. God's the same way, man. He's got a first aid kit somewhere. And he's ready. He's running to us when we fall, ready to bandage us up. We just gotta accept it. God, a lot of people may have grown up with this idea that God is this distant being that looks down with this, you know, ha ha ha, I don't know, oh, you messed up your life, you know, that's the end of you. No, that's not how it is. Life is all about learning, and one best way to learn, unfortunately, but fortunately at the same time, is through mistakes. And God knows that, man. And again, especially with the COVID-19, people asking how come God allowed that to happen, I will probably maybe-ish make a video on that. So I'm not going to answer that on this one, but I would say that sometimes God allows things for personal growth, to strengthen us. It could be a test. And also remember, God does not give us more than we can bear. He doesn't. And this is coming from someone who, I am 25. I look like I'm 14, but I'm really 25. And I have more chapters in my book than most 25-year-olds. Let's just put it that way. So when I say this, I hope it's more understanding and maybe a little bit more offensive, is that he gives us, he knows we can get through it. If we believe and trust in him, he knows we can. And that's just, you know, it. He's always there, he's always watching, he's always with us, and I have learned that through all the experiences that I've gone through. Has it been easy? No. I'm not saying it's going to be cotton candy and, you know, caramel apples. It's not. Okay? Life itself sucks. But it is manageable. And we can always push forward. It is always possible to move on. It is always possible to see another day. We just have to make that first step ourselves. That's it. So, anyways, that's it for today. It is a little bit different than the audio that I sent out, but hopefully as I work on this, I can figure out a way to make this more presentable. Anyways, hope you like the view. I sure do. I'm doing art at the moment. So yeah. So anyways, I will see y'all tomorrow. Take care.